I'm going to talk through kind of a tricky arithmetic series formula. So this is, it says find the value of n. So if you note the problem, you're asked to find the sum from the first term through the nth term. So we have to figure out what ending term makes this sequence have a sum of negative 28. Okay, so again, it's the sum of this sequence equals negative 28, but I have to figure out how many terms will make that happen. So you could, first and foremost, I want to bring it to your attention, of course you could just put 1 in for I, and 2 in for I, and 3 in for I, and keep going and add them up as you're doing this until you get to negative 28, and then count up how many terms that took you. Depending on the answer, of course, that could be very tedious. So I'm going to mathematically show you how this works out, which actually is still quite a process. So push pause and make sure you take time to digest the material. So first and foremost, note it is arithmetic. And how do I know it's arithmetic? Because it looks like a nice linear function, 10 minus 3i. So because it's arithmetic and I'm dealing with the sum, I'm going to remind myself that the sum of an arithmetic sequence is n times my first term plus my nth term divided by 2. Then I'm going to plug in things that I know. Well, I know my sum for n amount of terms is negative 28. And I don't know n. That's what I need to find. I know my first term, and I'll do this off to the side. I will put 1 in for my sequence, and 10 minus 3 is 7, so I know my first term is 7, and I don't know my nth term. So, however, I do know that if I take my sequence and replace I with n, that's all I can do. So I'm going to put literally 10 minus 3n in for the a sub n because I don't know n. Now if you simplify things a little, of course you'd have 7 plus 10 is 17, and then I'm going to distribute the n through. I think we can handle that. So you'll have 17n minus 3n squared, and then because these are not divisible by 2, if they were, that's what I would do, but I'm going to multiply the 2 over. So that's going to be negative 56 equals 17n minus 3n squared. Then you just have a nice quadratic. So I'm going to get everything to one side and get it in standard form. So negative 3n squared plus 17n plus 56. And I'm not wild about negative squares, although it really doesn't matter, but I'm going to just go through and change the signs of everything here. In fact, literally change that. And then I can't factor, or I can't divide anything out, so I'm just going to hope that it factors. So this one's not too bad. Some of these, by the way, do get kind of ugly in terms of factoring, so I guess you'll always have your calculator to help out. But factors of 3n squared have to be 3n and n, so that's good news. Factors of negative 56, I'm going to go with 8 and 7. And I'm going to say, let's see, minus 8 and plus 7, and if I FOILed that out, I'd get 3n squared. Minus 24 plus 7 is negative 17, and 7 times negative 8 is negative 56. And then when I solve these, I'm going to get negative 7/3, and I'll get positive 8. Well, n is telling me my term value, my term number, excuse me, and it can't be negative or a fraction for that matter. So I know that it's going to be my 8th term that's going to give me the sum. So remind myself I was looking for the sum of negative 28. So the 8th term will make that happen. And if you wanted to plug all that in and check it, you could do so.